Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We're working in our interactive junk journal. And we've got one page completed. We're going to do another one in here, but I'm not going to put it in until I finish both sides. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull out another page, and we've got this one here already bent, and I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. Now, I'm not worried about inking the flat part there, but I am going to do this part. You don't have to ink, but for me, it's easier to see when I'm adding things to the page, like flips and tucks and anything else that needs to go as close to the edge as possible, because then I can see where the edge is. Because sometimes it's white on white. Okay, we got both sides done. Now, what I'd like to do is put a door on here. So I went ahead and I got two pieces, and they're already, folded. The edges are folded over. So we're gonna just go around the edges right quick. And because you're gonna see both sides, I'm gonna ink both sides. Come down here, make sure I get that part. Now, I'm not really concerned how, if it runs over like that, because it's not going to matter. Get this one here, because I want to be able to see where that crease is. There. Now, that side and that side. We'll come back over here. Make sure we get both of those. I'm not worried about the long side here yet. So, what I want to do, that back over here, is to have these coming this way. Now, I could have it, going all the way over here and all the way over here, but I don't want that to be that wide. I don't want that overlap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of measure it here where I want it to be. Make these even here. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in here with a piece of tape and put it right there. Now what I can do is I can come right in here, say I want this door to be this wide. Now, I think I better go ahead and mark it and then cut it, because it's not going to tear. Let me make sure I've got it somewhat centered. All right, so 5.5. That needs to basically come over 2 3/4. Right there should be the middle. Now, I'm going to line this up here and line it up there. And just draw a line down. Just like that. Now, on the back side here, make sure these are even. Put another piece of tape. This is the, Scotch Magic tape, so 9 times out of 10, it is going to pull off without tearing underneath. And we're going to cover it anyway, so it really wouldn't matter. Now, as you can see, I've cut both ways. So I'm going to peel that out. See how nice that comes off? Take that one off, and then come back here and take this one off. Now, so now we should be able to put one here, and then put this one here. Let me ink my insides. Trying to show you how they come together on paper when it's white on white, that's not going to work. I was thinking about how to cut this last night, and it was like, well, why don't I just do this? So I haven't tried it, so I'm hoping this works. So we're both in this together. There's one side, there's the other side, and look at there, we have it, just like that. Just like that, and there's our entry there. Now, before I put the mat on this, I'm going to go ahead and we'll get these ready to go down. See, I need some tape, and I need Jack. Ooh, I hope I got enough tape to go in here. That's okay, I've got another roll sitting there. So if this isn't enough, I've got more. Because when I do a memory album, I go through a lot of double-sided tape. Yeah, that one's not enough. So I try to keep rolls on hand. That edge looks a little rough. So we'll take that part off. Now, come here. And like I said, I put the tape close to the cut edge because I want to anchor it down, and then I'll come in between the tape and the fold and we'll use glue. Now, these are just a little off there, but that's okay. We can have a little off. It just makes it that much more interesting. So, bring out my pokey tool. Take that side off. Now I'm using just regular clear glue here. Just regular water-based glue. It's just got the fine, tiny nozzle. And I'm putting this all down here. Put a nice, and then I'll come in this way. I'm going to come as close to this edge here that I can. Oops, get back up there. And there is, all right, what is going on here? Why are you buckled there? Well, it's going to tear a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to get that down. Maybe, maybe not. This happens sometimes. Things are not going to sit just right. So, where's my... I loosened up that one edge up there. And now what I'm going to do is come down here with my bone folder. There. Straight. Well, not straight, but it's on. And there's not that bubbly wave in it. See, even... I'd rather make the mistake here on camera or have something go wrong while I'm on camera, so I can show you how easy it is to fix it. Now, put my glue back down here. And I'm not too worried about this edge right now because it will work out in the long run. Now here, all I'm going to try to do is to get that even there. Oops, come on now. Even like that, and then come down here and tuck that under. Yes, it's a little wonky here, but we're even here. So, sometimes you have to choose. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Put that back down now with my bone folder. I'm going to come in here and just burnish all that down. So, there it is. Just like that. Now what I pulled out some of these. And these are some designs, digital papers that I got from Genevieve Designs. I love her papers. And I'm thinking about using, no, that would put that upside down. All right, we can do it this way. So what I'm going to do is, without actually measuring, we're going to try to do this. Because you know me, I hate measuring things. I've got better things to do than come around here and try to measure every little thing. Sometimes it's just like, make it work. Okay. I got those edges off. I put that in the trash. Now, this is where it's going to get really complicated on measuring. Yeah, right. Y'all know me. So I'm turning the whole thing upside down. I'm putting this over here, and then I'm looking to see where I need to go here. Now see, I can see where that edge is through the paper. So I'm going to try and get this as close as possible. And then tear it that way. Now, I'm going to come down here on this side. Close enough. And line that up there. Tear that off. Is it perfect? No. Is it going to work? Yes. See, that's what we need right there. That's going to work. See, I didn't know that came up over there. Okay. So, put our glue down. And get some in the middle. And we're going this way. So, I will do it here. There. There we go. That is down. Capiche? Done. But I wanted to add a pocket across the bottom. Now, I did, this was part of a piece that was cut off. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do the flap side on this side, but I will put this, we'll just do this all the way down, and I'm going to attach it like that, but it needs something covering on it here. So I still have a piece of this left. Did I get? No, see, there's the wordings on it. Okay, now, like a ruler. So I know I want to get rid of the words. So I'll come here and we'll just do that. Easy enough. And then, wait a minute, let me pull out, because I want this a little bit straighter because of the flowers. So, now, measuring, you don't always need a ruler to measure. I know I'm coming to this line and I'm coming to that line. Very simple, very simple. All right, get in there. Where's my mark? There's my mark right there. Then I'll come here. We'll trim this part down. Make sure I'm even. There. All right, we've got that done. Now I will come in here and ink the edge of this one. Sometimes just for no reason, just because. Now you could easily use a glue stick. You can use water-based glue. You can use whatever kind of glue you want to use, or adhesive. It could be tape runner, it could be anything. Yeah. And see, those go, like the flowers are over here coming down. I know, I put it on upside down, but that's the story we're going with. Because nobody's going to know this but me and you. And I know for certain you're not going to tell anybody. No. All right, put that back over there where it belongs. And I lose more stuff on my desk. Mainly, and it's not so much because it's, you know, because I don't know where I put things. I know where I put things, but I also end up putting other things on top. Okay, that side is down. Now, I'm going to come in here with my glue, and I'm going to put glue on this edge here, and this edge here, and fold it up. There's my pocket right there. Now, what's left? We have these two, inside and outside. So, what do, you know, I like to go with the same theme I have there. So, let's see what would work. That would be upside down. That would be the same as the inside. Let's do that. So, I need to get rid of these edges. You know what? Sometimes you don't always need a ruler. We're going to come in here and just, you know, when I started crafting, I started with a ruler, scissors, glue, and a pencil. That was it. Those were my tools. And then because I started trying to make cards. I am the world's worst card maker. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it. And it's really not something I'm into. And then I got into memory albums. So then that's when I got my cutter, and I experimented with different adhesives because just glue wasn't doing it. Okay, so here, now I want this to fit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this underneath and come over to figure out where, I turn it this way, where I want this to fit, or how I want this to fit in there. So we'll go to there. So I'll mark it here, and then I'll mark it down here. Now I'm going to the other side here, and then mark it here and mark it here. Hopefully that will be just what we need. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to try and line this up and see if this will line up correctly. Because I'm off just a tad there. Trying to line, make sure I've got the equal number of the distance there. Tear this one off. I may have to adjust these once I get over to the door, because remember, our door is a little wonky. So here, well, where's that? You notice when you move one side of the ruler, the other side moves when you don't want it to move. Okay, we have these two, and I have this section here. So turn this right side up. This should fit here, and it does. So I'm going to turn it over, and I see where my mark is, just double checking. So come in here with this one, find my mark, down. All right, there's one. Come in with the other one. I know the mark is around here somewhere. And boom. I usually try to do things in different, now see, this is a smaller one, so this is going on this side. I try to do different colors on things, but I love these roses so much. So we're doing the whole thing in roses. In the lavender roses. And there. We got one side. Line it up on this side. And then it should fit on that side. One door done. Now we'll come over here. Now this has got to go this way. Coming here to here. See, this is where our door is off a little bit. So I need to correct that. So I'm putting a line right here. And what I'm going to do is I need to transfer that line to the back. Right there. Now to make this fit, I need to just trim it off, but at an angle. So I'm just going to come in here just like that until it peters out. And see here, did we get it? Nope, we're still off a little bit. Not a problem. I come down here and finish all the way up. That on that side, right? All right, that's it. And no, I did not ink these because I don't really think it needs it. And second, if you're this close in colors and you know one edge is a little choppy, like mine are on this one, by not inking, you're not going to see your mistakes. Okay. Now, what is left? We have the two inside pockets. I don't want to do that one again. So, I pull out. This is just the file I pulled out to work on. And I know somewhere, I don't want the yellow. Let me see, what is up all up here? That's not what I want. Pull it up here so I can at least flip through it. Ooh. Purple. This will do it. And this is from Genevieve's, I think it's her background. No, her shades of color. So, we're going to do our famous no measure technique here. I'm going to come in here because I'm not going to need the whole big sheet. I'm just going to tear off that side. Now, I want to lay that over. Boy, I tore that off wrong. That is really wonky. How bad did I do? Oh my goodness. Yep. That is really bad. Because there's no way I can get this, which is where I should. Now I could come down and cut, but you know what? When all else fails, pull out your scissors. But oh, and Genevieve does have has an Etsy store, Genevieve Designs, and she has beautiful stuff in there. You can get background papers, the shades of color. She has ephemera, and all these are digital. Ephemera packs, tag bundles, and what you do is you download them and then you print them off. Okay, let's see again. We're here. I'm going to come in here like this, line this up where I want it, and then going to mark here and here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side over here. All I'm doing, well, I can't really do it that way. Let's do this side first. Yeah, we'll do this side first. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down on this end because I'm going to tear that. And I think this may work. I'm not sure. Have I done it before? No. But why not try it here? If it works, then we know. If it doesn't, we know that too. There, just like that. Now, is it going to work? That fits on that end, and it fits on this end. We are good. And because I tore those, I'm going to tear this one. Yeah, I tore. I can't even tear straight. Look at that. It is so wonky. I can't cut straight. I can't tear straight. All right, let's go ahead and put this one down. And then we've got the last one. And then I have come up with a really neat way to put this closure on here. And I want to share it with you. Now, usually I would have already done my closure because I wanted it under the mat, but what do you do if you forget? So, you know, it happens to me a lot. Well, not a whole lot, but it does happen to me. Now, do the same thing on this end. Mark it where I want that end to be. We'll keep our fingers crossed and hopefully it does on this one too. We'll go from there, here. Come on, line up there right. And yes, I'm making a lot of scraps, but you know what? We can use scraps. Okay, we'll go from here, and then we've got this down here. Put this over a bit, and then put that where I want it to go. And I still didn't tear it straight. And I think I'm off a tad on the other way too. So I'm just going to pull that up that way and then trim down this side. Are we fitting? did I turn that upside down? I had it upside down, but we're good. We are good. Get it on there where I want it to go and down. All right, so we've got that. Now, it's not going to close. It's not going to stay closed. We need something to hold it down there. And I have it. I have a little wood piece that I put a magnet, I glued a magnet to and then put paper underneath it. Then I have what are called, what Genevieve calls magnet savers. Super thin little pieces of metal that, so I don't have to use two magnets. These are those rare earth magnets. So what I need is, I forgot to put something here, I didn't put it underneath. So what do? We could come in here and try to maneuver that up, or we could come back in with, you know, another closure underneath. But let's see if we can be fortunate enough to get underneath there up. I'm trying to find something that, let's try this. Sometimes when you're working, you can get, all right, that's not going, it's not going to go in enough. So what do? We come up with a plan. We come up with a plan. Let me see. What do I have? I need something to go there that would work with what we have down there. Trying to see what is in here. I'm just pulling out my other little stickers here. Trying to see if I've got anything in here that would work. No, none of those are. That may, would that, come on, you go back up there. Will that fit on top of there? That would. Now, if I did it there with this, that would fit like that. But I'm not sure that's going to be what I want. Let me see. I want something to go under there. Almost like a, I wish I had a small doorway. That would work. That would work. But it would have to be a solid color one. So maybe it wouldn't work. All right, let's do this. We're going to go on the hunt. And by going on the hunt, I'm going to pull out one of these. Now this is how I store my junk, part of it. All right, this is the one for ephemera. Set that one up there because I know I want that size. But it would have to be something that would, see, something like that. No, that's too big. We could actually do a butterfly on top of there. That's a possibility, but that one's too small. That one's not big enough. I wish I had a heart. A heart would work. Whoops, get back in there. But I don't have a heart. I do have one of these. These may work. What else colors do I have down here? Behind all my bees. Nothing with a purple on it. So that one may be, oh, there's a blue one. No, that's not gonna work. No, let's try this one. If not, we've got a butterfly. See what I mean? Things will fall out. Oh, there's another circle in those. Nope, that's not what I want. What's on this one? Nope. Let me see if one of these will do it. And then, I don't have many in here, but these are my labels. Would I have a label that would go, ooh. We could do that one, then have that like that. That may be our best bet. Ooh, I do have, but that's only half of one. See, and that wouldn't do on that side. All right, so there's a possibility. And that's all we're doing right now. We're pulling out possibilities. Ooh. But see, these are not big enough to hide that circle, are they? Just barely. Just barely. Oh my gosh. This may work if I have one of these. See, that one's too small, but that one is just right. So we're gonna go with this. Am I gonna put this stuff up? No. Double check. See, I've got labels falling out everywhere. But that's got words on it. That's not gonna do. Sometimes you just get into a dilemma, which we wouldn't have if we'd have put our closure on to begin with. But it happens. It happens all the time. So now we have to figure out how to fix it. Okay. Yes, I know some fell out. Some we decided we're not going to use. All that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this right here. I wish that was in just paper. Will that hold through if it's on cardstock? So if I put that there and glue that to there, it may hold. This one, that's cardstock, that's cardstock. This one is paper though. Oh, I don't know. Those are cardstock. I was hoping to find something that was paper. Those are all cardstock. I wonder. If I put something like that there, it would be more lopsided to do it that way. Or I could do, see, this is what we run into. So this is what I thought to begin with. So this is what I'm going to go with. So with this, because I want it to stay in place, I'm going to put a piece of double-sided tape on one side, and then I'm going to put another piece of it on the other side. Just like that. Now remember, we wouldn't have to go through this if we had remembered to put our little piece of metal here under where we're supposed to. But it happens. You know, this is how we're going to fix it. I'm going to put glue around there. Yes, I even put glue over the tape. That is okay. Is this? Yeah. And I'm going to put that right there. Now, got that down. I'm going to come in here, remove this tape from there, and I'm going to glue the back of this. And a little bit heavy around the center with glue, because I do not want the metal piece to come off. And this just does fit over it. Now, on this side, this is where, see, I can already feel it grabbing. I'm going to put my glue here. Just like that. And then to get it to where I want it, I'm going to let the magnet catch, put this where that needs to go, and then down in the glue. Then lift that whole side up. Just detach it. Straighten it up a tab. Just a tad. There's our closure. I don't want to pull it in right yet. Yeah, I know it looks so funky on that side, but yeah, I'm not going to see it. So in the middle, in this pocket, we could put something like this, and even, I know these go upside down. We've got here and here. Make sure those are closed. Out, that's too much. Then we'll take that one out. Come on, I know you catch. All right, why? There we go. I think I'll let it, yeah. It's not so much, the magnet is catching, but I just need to, there we go, just need a little burnishing. And there is our gatefold little pocket. And it will hold itself closed with the magnet. And we fixed our little error of not putting the our little metal disc under our mat. So that's the front. We'll do the other side next time. If you enjoyed what I've shared with you today, give me a thumbs up. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are junk journal days and Saturdays are our whatever happens kind of day. So until next time, and we do the other side, bye guys.